What a sucky situation. All right, we're ready on DeLong. Appearances.
People 400. Good afternoon, Mr. On Court staff, Jonathan Roberts, the 8642 on behalf of Mr. DeLong, who stands to my left. Mr. DeLong, can you please take the full name for the board? Remove DeLong.
Have a seat, Ms. Paul. All right, we're ready.
Is Christine DeLong.
Christine DeLong, come on up. You're coming all the way up here, ma'am. Raise your right hand. Swear affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth today. Come on up here. Watch your step on my ramp right here. Yep, and you're going to settle in that chair right there. When you're ready, Mr. Leckie.
Good afternoon. Now, Ms. DeLong, do you know a David DeLong? And how do you know Mr. David DeLong?
So my husband of 15 years.
I'm gonna have you adjust that. Yeah, go ahead and repeat.
He's been my husband of 15 years.
So fair to say that you'd be able to recognize him. Now, is he here in the courtroom?
Yes.
Can you please point to him and identify?
Noted.
Good. Now, were you at 39372 Pueblo and Romulus on 8/21/25?
Yes.
And were you there late evening of the 20th, early morning of the 21st? Now, what happened that day?
I was sleeping. It was 2:30 in the morning. Mr. DeLong came home about that time, intoxicated, wanted to talk to me. I said, I cannot talk to you. I mean, my alarm's gonna go off. Please, I need to go to work. He said, if you don't like it, you can sleep out in the living room. How I was laying, I was laying on my side, on my bed on the right side. He kicked me out of the bed. I got up, I laid back down.
Now, I'm gonna stop you there briefly. So you said he kicked you out of bed, right?
Yes.
Were you awake at that time or were you still sleeping?
I was waiting for the woke me up.
And then he kicked you out of bed. Did you give him consent to kick you out of bed?
No.
And then what happened after that?
After that, I got back in bed and he basically got on me, started hitting me.
And I'm gonna stop you there, sorry. So hitting you. Now, and I showed you just did a gesture like this with your fist closed. So did he?
He closed his, punched me on the side of my head between my head and my ear.
Do you recall with what hand?
So it was his left hand.
And how many times?
I
Do you recall?
read one. Okay.
And what happened after?
After that, I went to try and get him off me. I went to try and grab his groin, but I missed and I grabbed his inner thigh. And he jumped up
And why did you do that?
to get him off of me.
What happened after that?
I made my son and my daughter heard the commotion. He was better, but we made our way up to the living room. My son was in front of my husband and my daughter was in front of myself. It was kind of pretty barrier.
And now your daughter, what's her name?
Melanie DeLong.
Okay. And then did she live in that residence with you?
Yes.
And did the defendant live in that residence with you?
Yes.
Okay. And how old is Melanie?
13.
Now, so you're describing it's defendant, your son, Melanie, William, correct?
Yes.
And then what happened after that?
We made our ways to the living room, was in front of the couch. Brandon, my son, was in front of David. Melanie was still in front of myself. David, he tried to get her around and then again, and me on the side of my head. I go back and we talked a bit. I looked at my purse was on a coffee table in front of us.
Okay, I want to stop right there. So you said you tried to punch you, is that right?
He did punch me
He did punch you.
because I felt that on the couch.
Go ahead, what happened?
I went, he saw that I was looking at my purse before I could grab it. He took it, made his way into our bedroom, threw my purse, and my son said, stay right here, I will go get the purse. Don't worry about it.
What happened to that?
Well, I made my way, we ended up going into the bedroom. I had a dresser where the purse, I guess, fell back. It fell behind there. My son was trying to look for anything that fell in my purse. David was there. There's a corner, next to the dresser going into our bathroom. I was backed up against there.
We don't have any water.
I need you glass. Okay,
Everyone's in the corner, Melanie's still in front of me. Brandon was in front of my, in front of David. David came, again, where the soap says, this beat, hit Melanie on the side of her head.
and that's your
And
daughter.
that's my daughter.
So, and you're saying again, so it was David and your daughter was in front of you,
Yes,
so he attempted to hit you, it looked like, and you struck her,
yes,
and you saw it.
yes.
Was there, did that assault continue on you?
No, she cried and then we made our way out to the living room. I went on the other side of the house to her room and called 911.
Okay, I have no further questions, so.
Cross-exam, Mr. Roberts.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Long. I just have some questions for you. If you ever need to repeat, slow down and. Areas to the beginning of your interaction with Mr. Long. So this is at 2:30 in the morning. When Mr. Long comes in, are you awake at that point or are you sleeping?
I was kind of.
Thank you, Joe.
And how are you woken?
I heard the door open and he was already in conversation with me.
What was that conversation?
You don't know.
Now, were you all talking before, or you're saying he kicked off the bed, or what, when?
He came in, he was in a conversation. I said, no, I am not talking right now. I need to get up for work within a few hours. And that's when he said, if you don't like it, then you can go out on the couch.
Where you work?
Where do I work? I work for Southeast Michigan, your nose and throat. In Canada.
And now you're saying the altercation built up and started.
Yes.
Now, when did we start?
I would say 3 o'clock, maybe 3 a.m. 45-ish. I'm not certain.
So, fair to say, pretty quickly after this started.
Not that long.
Okay. And did you call, did other children call?
I called twice.
So you had your phone?
I had my phone.
No, at some point you also had, Mr. Long's.
No,
You never had to.
I just.
After this incident happened, would it be fair to say your safety, your children's safety? So fair to say that you wouldn't necessarily want to see Mr. DeLong anymore. Since this incident, you have been communicating with Mr. DeLong. And that includes, calling him, and, to meet him to grab dinner. Is that yes?
Yes.
And then there was actually an incident that happened recently where you, there was a auto. Your parking car? No?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm staying in a hotel.
Who's going to?
Judge, I know, Jackson's with a relevance.
What's the relevance of where she's living?
Living with, in Mr. Long's hotel. And I think that goes to the credit.
Yeah, that certainly would. I'll allow it.
So
But let's rephrase the question. Are you living with Mr. DeLong?
just to clarify, Mr. Long, the hotel room that you're in right now, that's not Mr. Long's hotel room.
It's. I'm staying in a hotel. That,
Who's paying for the hotel? Thank you.
Not further.
Redirect.
So you mentioned I guess a meeting. Is that correct? Like a lunch meeting or what counts as you a lunch meeting?
yes, the day that, we moved out of stuff, his friend was supposed to be there to help out. He asked me to go to Farmington.
And who asked you?
Dave.
Okay. Now. Tell me what happened.
After that, I left him and I went back, I got my daughter McDonald's and I went back to our home.
Okay. Think you agree to go?
For a little bit, yes.
You want? Okay. Now, someone else trying to take in that activity background. Right, I guess it's overly broad. Did any more of the defendant's friends or family contact you?
No, I contacted his friend, said that I didn't need, I was waiting and no longer needed help.
His friend?
His friend checked it, yes.
None of his family members attempted to reach out to you?
No.
On his father?
His father, within the last week, he has,
Yeah, tell me about that.
his father, agreed to help us, get a place for the four of us, my daughter and Mr. DeLong, under one condition, I don't show up to court today.
And now you said you're staying in an apartment that the defendant pays for, correct?
No, it's
Or, I'm sorry, yes, no, hotel.
this hotel that he asked us to stay in because we have to have a place by the 24th to stay for our friend of the court hearing, our next friend of the court hearing.
Who is that?
They is referee
Or,
or
I think you said we have to. Who's the?
they we either have to stay, we were told the condition was we either have to stay together or find somewhere together or apart, but we have to have a stable home for our children by the next, I believe, 24th, within the next weeks.
Who told you that?
Referee Roseanne Ostick.
Okay. So, and then that led you to come up with this.
The hotel room.
Where were you staying in before this?
I stayed at my one big old drive until I turned the keys yesterday.
Why did you do that?
We made an agreement with our party, and our mortgage that we were out by a certain time to prevent eviction going on our record.
And who's our?
We were both on together.
Now, where does Mr. DeLong sit?
In his truck.
So not in that.
He was in his truck. He sleeps in his truck. Goes there.
Does he make any contact in that hotel?
He did.
Oh, what is that?
Took my car and put it on the other side. Texted me, shut my phone off.
Okay. I think I'm all set. I'm sorry, one more. So the fact that you're living in hometown, what, have you used that as anything to apply to here? How will you?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
So how does he use you stay in a hotel to bargain with you here?
to sleep off me and to not being here, or prevented me, shut off my phone today, so I didn't call anyone. To get any phone calls coming in, you were looking for me.
So if I attempted to call you yesterday, I wouldn't have been able to get a hold of you.
No, you got a hold of me yesterday, it happened,
At what time?
probably early this morning. I would say maybe like one in the morning.
So when I got attempted to call. So if I were to have attempted to get in touch with you this morning or any time before, I would not have.
You wouldn't have been able to get in touch with me, Melanie's phone, maybe you have it, her phone number. That was the only way, if we didn't shut the children's phone off, we could shut my phone off.
Okay, thank you.
Any recross?
As to that, Judge, so Mr. Long, you did attempt to call Mr. DeLong this morning. You did not use your daughter's phone to attempt to call Mr. DeLong.
He called us, and he called her phone.
So you're saying that you did not.
I didn't,
And you're thinking that his father, had offered you all to get a house that we didn't put in.
yes.
When was that conversation?
That has been within the last couple days. You're supposed to sign the house, the 2:30, then you're supposed to be signing. Depending on what happens here today.
What is that at? Vicky?
On Woodbury and Wayne.
And has he been contacting you about cars from Mr. DeLong? Can you tell me? Phone call or the first meeting or the emails,
No,
phone calls?
he's been talking.
Obviously, you are here, so that's not something that is induced you to not go. No, but
Ma'am, you can step down, watch your step. Mr. Lecky?
Can I have just a minute?
Sure.
Judge, we have one more witness. We're gonna call a Melanie DeLong.
Thank you. Yeah. Number two. Melanie, all the way up here, please. Watch your step on this ramp right here. Don't trip. Can you raise your right hand for me? Like this. You swear affirm tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today? Have a seat right there. When you're ready, counsel.
Good afternoon. I'm gonna have you speak up and you do this and talk. You wanna go ahead? That's not for me. Sounds good. I'm gonna have you keep your voice up. Can you tell us how old you are? And what's birthday, sorry. Now, can you tell us where you live? Over you, did you ever live at 39372 Pueblo Road? And now, how long have you lived there? So a while, right? Okay. Now, who's your mom? Okay. Now, then what's your dad's? Okay, now is he in court with us today? I'm sorry, what did you say? What is, I'm gonna have to speak up like I'm standing far away, you know, it's a microphone, but it doesn't work so well, okay? So, and who do you say your dad was? Now, is he in the courtroom? Do you see him in? Do you see him anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay, now can you explain to him and tell me what he's wearing? Okay, a work shirt.
Noted.
So now that address that you said, that's your house. Like you said, were you there August 21st?
Yeah.
And were you there in the early morning? Or did you spend the night there on that day?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell did anything out of the normal happen on this day?
Yeah.
What happened? Right. What?
Oh, sorry, sorry. I think that's, you're saying, it's a bit hard to hear, I think she's.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. So you.
Hold on. Melanie, I'm an old guy. My ears aren't very good. You got to use your outdoor voice. You got an outside voice? How old's your brother? Yeah, when you're mad at your brother, you know that voice you use? Can you use that one in here? Because your brother hears you when you're mad at him, right? Yeah, use that voice.
Now, I just want to tell you, you can't tell us what anyone else, what your brother said, okay? Or what your mom said. Okay? So without that, tell us what happened. So you heard stuff and then what did you do? And what did you see? And do you, what did you, do you recall what exactly you saw? Where were they on that? Okay, if you don't know. you can tell us.
Bad question, Mr. Leckie. Could you paint me a word picture? Where were your mom and dad positioned on the bed? In relationship to the bed, in relationship to each other, however you picture it, you say it so I can picture what you saw when you walked in. You understand what I want? Yes? All right, loudly. Paint me the word picture. Louder. Okay.
So you saw them on the bed, what happened after that? And how did you do that? And you don't remember you, so, so tell us what happened after, so you try separating up, what happened?
Thinking that we decided that we still want to solve.
And what happened after that? So you said he pushed you up against the wall, right? Okay, all of you. So who is all of you? Okay. And in what order were you guys in? So if you guys were in a line, who was standing in front? Were you guys going to fall? Okay. So you're in front of your mom. What happened next? And you said, who's he? That's okay. You're doing good. So you said he hit you. And okay. And your dad lives with you at the house, right? And he was living there with you at that on that day? I have nothing further to say.
Mr. Roberts.
Thank you, Judge. Hi, my name is Jonathan. I'm just to be asking some questions, just like this, Mr. Brandon. If you ever need to repeat, just let me know, okay? And I know that sometimes we don't know how to say yes. If you just want to say yes in the microphone, so it gets picked up, okay?
Is that a yes?
Okay. Yeah, great, so thank you, appreciate it. So, did you have a chance, Melody, that night to talk with the police? And you told them what happened, right? I just wanted to clarify something, because you talked about what woke you up that night. Is it true you told the police, you woke up because there was some yelling, some argument, in the other room? So is that what woke you up, that there was kind of arguing in your parents' room? Okay, so it was loud noise, then you heard some arguing? Thank you. And then you had mentioned something about your dad's phone. Where was this phone? I'm kind of confused. Oh, underneath your parents' bed. Um, And when you went in the room with, your brother, okay, so you and Brandon going in the room together, that point, you probably won't see the phone. And that's what he did. Thank you for that. And you know, when you get in the room, your parents are kind of on the bed, you know, kind of tussling a bit, is that? Was the door, was it open, like closed? Okay. So you opened it up and. Okay, sorry. So yeah, just to repeat, Melanie, if you could, so we did, you open the door, that's kind of see it there. On the back.
Louder.
Now, Melanie, do you have a phone? And I'm just gonna ask, do you usually have that phone? Does your mom have that? You share a phone? Okay. Now, Melanie, it's true that, this morning, there was a call from your phone to your dad. Okay, no, thank you for that. And thank you, your phone for working for me. Okay, sure. What's that?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Melanie. And that's also take care of you. Nothing further.
Nothing further. Any redirect?
So Melanie, you said your mom wanted to get your phone to call your dad. Do you know why?
What did he just do it? Yeah, just, he got rolls of the foolish day. Just,
And did he come in that hotel room when your mom was there? With your mom? And were you there too? So. I don't know, you go think this.
No regrets.
Okay, Monty, you can step down. Watch your step on that ramp. You can go back on the hallway. Mr. Lucky,
Your Honor, at this time, I'm gonna wait to argue for a while, but we don't know.
any witness from the defense?
No, sir.
Let's ready to listen.
So. Judge, I think family matters are difficult. Clearly, there are issues, financial issues. And I want to just give my sympathy to both Mr. Long and to Melanie for having to deal with homelessness, but time. The issue is that key parts of their narratives today do not match. I think what you heard from Mr. Long is that she's kicked off the bed, that there is really no conversation happening, that she's just waking up, and it's groggy, she's kicked out to bed, and then Mr. Long essentially starts attacking her. What you hear from Melanie, and I don't know that I wouldn't put a kid on the stand, but to the extent that we had to hear her testimony today, she clarified that there was an argument that was happening. And when she gets into the room, there's a tussle. It's not Mr. Long hitting her, and this. The other issue here is with respect to, I think some of the conflicts that are happening after is that really this is a credibility issue, Judge. If Mr. DeLong is still staying with his family, it seems like that is what's happening. I think he's willing to address bond at some point if this is going over. I just don't think that this is workable, especially if there's an ongoing, or family or another board issue. Now, my problem with this is, Ms. DeLong, I think, was a bit hesitant to admit that she has been in regular contact with Mr. DeLong. She's hesitant to admit that she's staying with Mr. Long in a hotel that he's paying for. Now, the allegations about his father paying for a house for them, I just find that to be incredible. And so far as she's living with Mr. Long right now, that is nothing's being held over her head. He is supporting her and their children in common right now. And I think just the phone call issue to me, Judge, is case in point that I'll sit down, but I think Ms. DeLong was insisted she did not call. He called her this morning after we went in this whole thing, because I let the redirect maybe go more than it should have beyond the scope, because I'm interested to hear, what might she say here, or what might she say at trial, and she made it very clear on Big Bros. No, I never called. He called me. And then, truth is, from the mouths of babes, Melanie got up and said, no, my mom called to see what dad was doing. So I think there's some serious issues. Now, I know credibility can go one way or the other. I just wanted to say that for the record that, if this is going to be how this case is tried, there's going to be some serious issues with how Mr. Long presents herself, to the extent that they want Melanie to come up almost as a rebuttal witness to Roman Mother's testimony. So for those reasons, we are ruling it that's on both ends. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel.
So, council's argued that there's a lot of credibility concerns, which I understand hearing the testimony. Now, this court That's a finder of fact issues and credibility concerns. This court can only not bind over for a finder of fact or for credibility concerns. It's testimony so unbelievable that not a single reasonable jury could convict or even get signed that this happened the way it happened. I have to prove beyond a probable cause standard. Now, as much as if this court decides, there isn't enough, or there isn't probable cause on Christine's charge, I think there is probable cause, undisputable probable cause that Melanie said her dad did. I mean, he attempted to hit her mom, which I guess would also be the assault, but in attempting to hit her mom, he also hit the daughter. I don't think counsel even put anything out to object at that point. And I think that just because, and I think Melanie was credible, not that this is a credibility contest right at this stage, but she said, I lived with my dad at this address at this time. I was woken up to see them fighting, and at the end of that fighting, I got hit in the face by my dad, and that's what we heard. I do think bond needs to be addressed, whatever the outcome is, signed over or not. And I do think, I understand that there are some financial concerns, but I think every domestic violence case goes. I think once this happens inside of a family, there's always going to be a financial concern, especially when there's children. And it's a shame that we did have to bring a child in, but it's also a shame that this child was assault. So at that time, I understand that there are financial difficulties in what this bond is going to have to look like, but as criminal prosecutors, our probable cause was to prove that this defendant assaulted Christine and his daughter. Melanie. I think we've proven that we have a probable cause.
Anything else, Mr. Robert?
Nothing further, and I thank you to the court officer, sorry, I had asked, Mr. DeLong, actually showed. Nothing.
Okay. So the first thing, victims advocates, would you make sure Ms. DeLong talks to Avery Taylor downstairs about her housing situation before she gets out of here? He's got some pretty good context, no guarantees, but it might help. Mr. Leckie, I agree with you. I think you met the probable cause standard. I do think there are credibility issues. I also know that this wouldn't be the first mother that would do anything she had to make sure her babies were housed and fed. What a sucky situation. I hope somebody's encouraging these kids to get into counseling. We can help with that downstairs too, maybe if I'm sure you have resources, but we'd be happy to help with that. This is just a terrible situation. All right, I'm binding over. AOI is 924. Sir, I wish you good luck downtown. Let's talk about bond. I think we need to have Mrs. DeLong in though.
The defense would be asking for no assaulted.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.